Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope that you all are doing amazing and swell today, having a phenomenal time with yourself, loving on yourself, and you're learning to with compassion. For introductions, I'm Latisse. I do readings on here, as well as offer personal readings that you can book with me down below. From Mind, Body, Soul, Dream, so forth, have you. Also, we'll be on Twitch again either today and or tomorrow. I'm feeling more today, where I just play games, reaction to videos, talk. It's a little bit of a different side of me, so check that out as well. But with that being said and done, like, comment, share, and subscribe so the channel can thrive. And we're gonna get straight into this. So, I was just asking some of my friends and family yesterday for like suggestions, like, hey, like I'm trying to do like a spooky season for Halloween. I'm trying something new. If you have any suggestions for like spooky readings or things of that sort, let me know. And so, I guess this gave me she was like, she gave me a few ideas actually, but this one was really great because it actually, I have to make a whole new deck for the idea that she gave me, and I absolutely love that. Um, and I even told her, I was like, no, that's going to be out in it because that can be a message for somebody. Somebody's just having a conversation with a friend and they're getting an idea. And they're like, oh, I don't know how we're going to set it up. Because she was literally like, with this idea that is written in the title, what's your favorite scary movie? She was like, how do you make a reading out of that? Like, that's just so vague. Like, that's a question everybody asks. So I was like, no, it's fine. Like, and I wrote it down, and then literally probably like a minute or two later, while we're still talking about it, I was like, I'll just make a whole new deck with all the scary movies. And so it's like ideas just because they don't have currently a moment where it's like, oh, this is how you got the idea. This is how you make the idea come into fruition. This is how you get it set out. It's like sometimes it takes a little moment. It's good to have that idea there, and then now I got the process of how to do it. So it's essentially like, what is your overall energy? So I have some scary movies in here, some scary shows in here, some kid friendly, some not, some foreign, all those things. As much as I could, what I can remember, and also so Google so I can refresh my memory. So if I missed any, so sorry, but you don't know if I missed any because, again, but so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. It isn't necessary again your favorite movie, but it's just your overall energy, and we're gonna pull from that. But yeah, she gave me that idea, and I was like, yes. And I've just made this deck today in the morning, and we're gonna get straight into this. So, with that being said and done, we're gonna do a pick a card. There are three options. I'm actually, I'm feeling three. And they all pretty much look like this. They have words written on them, but in orange, but they look like this, okay? So just go ahead and choose, and with that being out and in, pile one, let's go ahead and start with you. Hello, pile one. Hope that you all are doing well, and you're giving your enemies hell, okay? Because we are getting close to Scorpio season. We're in justice season. Anyway, hey, that could actually be a sign for you. um, I'm just saying. I'm gonna say that it can actually be a sign. I'm not one of those, people. Sometimes spirit be like, you gotta do some shit. You gotta show them. Anyway, let's see what your overall energy is. Pile one. You got two cards coming out right at the gate. Wow, and it's hilarious because these are kind of kid friendly, and not, well, shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna say what it is. It's kind of kid friendly. It's like not necessarily PG-13. I guess, yeah, I worked in a movie theater. I would categorize these, at least this one, as PG-13. You guys got Fear Street. If you don't know what Fear Street is, I believe it is actually written by the creator of Goosebumps, or from the people that worked with Goosebumps, R.L. Stine, or people that worked with Ironstein. But it's like it goes through different time periods, and it's like this thing where they have to solve this mystery, because I believe people are getting like attacked and killed and whatnot, and it's this girl, and it's really good, and my eye is itching all of a sudden. I have not done anything. I have not changed anything. I'm not taking anything. Nothing has really shifted, but my eye has all of a sudden started itching, and now kind of watering. And so relax. And I'm hearing somebody tell me, be gentle when you itch your eyes. Like, be gentle, because I'll be in there. And I'm like, I'm trying, but it feels so good. So also take that heat. Be gentle with yourself. But you have Fear Street. I believe you can watch it on Netflix, but there are so many free sites out there that trust me, you ain't gotta just watch on Netflix. I got one myself. Okay. Anyhow, anyway. And then you also got the Addams Family. This I wouldn't really categorize as PG-13 at all. For me, more like PG movie. But yeah, it's like this energy of family because you can watch either of these with family, and it's hilarious. The family's in the name, but it's the way that in Fear Street, it's about a brother and sister trying to protect each other, and also their friends that kind of get involved. But again, that family, and I think it is also involving like a family situation, and then obviously the Adams family, it's them. Wednesday, Pugsley, Morticia. Oh my God, I'm messing up the names. Excuse me. But so I'm seeing a lot to do with family and possibly a fear around your family developing, around your family growth. A lot of this has to do with family lineage, like the gifts and energy passed on as well, or just traditions. Because the Addams family, they do a lot of their own traditions and things that may not seem to the norm to others, but it's very normal to them. Even when I'm seeing that one scene from the Addams Family movie with Christina Ricci, that's the one I'm talking about, where she goes to camp and like they put on a play and she's like, I believe like the creative director, or she switches things up or whatever, or something. I don't remember what she does, but she like speaks the truth about true indigenous culture, and they're over there like, because they like proud as fuck, like, yes, that is what you're supposed to do. And everybody else is kind of freaking out and shocked, but they sent it to the cab to get friends and experiences, and she was able to make a friend, and that was the whole. So it's kind of this energy of really like keeping your own cultures, your own truth, and then expressing that once you go out. And then that Fear Street again is about us siblings, and then they're kind of protecting each other as well as the friends around them. So again, it's a lot about this protection, this telling the truth about something, because they also had to unveil some truth in Fear Street in order to stop the curse or whatever was happening and going on. So it's going to be a lot of enlightenment. And with my eye just now just dripping, you possibly can't see it because, again, quality be quality, but my eye is kind of dripping and it's over here. So pay attention to those visions that you're getting about your family or with your throat chakra. A lot to do with your throat chakra, because where I was kind of messing up names is letting me know again to speak that truth, to be vocal, because that's how things change. That's how things get unearthed and worked with and shifted, and that is how things heal. That's how you also recognize a lot of things that you're capable of, or what you're able to do and what you're able to set up. And I believe it was in My Little Pony. Again, a lot of like kid friendly things as well. So children can be very significant. You could be going through something with kids or wanting kids, or things of that sort. And I'm hearing like how to connect with them, how to bridge the gap between this authority of what I have, and watching over them, but still with the vulnerability that we can create. So it's really pulling that in because it's this sense of like I'm even seeing like Pugsley and Wednesday and their relationship, you know, and like how it's kind of like that. I can fuck with my family, but you don't fuck with my family, and she always makes that known. So it's kind of this relationship being like yes, but also this something that nobody can really falter or really mess with or really try to take advantage of. I don't want to use this deck. So if you've been worried about that um, in any kind of way, in any kind of setting, just know that when it comes down to it, if you are allowing the truth, let me rephrase that. If you're allowing the truth to be lived, revealed, talked about, shared, and expressed, and that leads to that sense of vulnerability as well, in all ways, it's going to lead to that continuous protection because you know what you're protecting. I hope, like, you know who you're protecting. You know who you're looking out for. It's like I'm seeing somebody that's like sticking up for somebody. And I'm seeing like a little, like salamander or gecko. I'll be forgetting what they're called, but it's the one that can survive, obviously, in the heat of Arizona desert. And it's crawling. And they typically are out around this time. Actually, no, they're not. They're usually kind of going back in a little bit sooner because it's getting a little hot. So they usually go in the cool. So with that being on there, things could possibly get a little bit hot or you're a little bit uncomfortable. And so that goes back again to the truth and knowing what you are protecting, what you are looking after. And I'm seeing somebody that's like vouching for somebody and just this and that or whatever, and they hear, wow, like they do not say anything about you, or they do not say this about you, and they're just like, huh. Or somebody's like, I need this done, I need this set up, right? And you're doing it, and then it turns out that they really needed something else, but they weren't being honest, they weren't being real. And so no, it's just kind of this thing. It's like, I'm not saying that, but if you're not being real, you don't know what you're protecting. If somebody's telling you, no, this is all you got to protect, and then something else happens, and it's like, why didn't you let shit go? It's just like, this is all I was told to protect. This is the most, so that's what I did. This is the truth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot to do with protection and taking care of things. A process of not, because you have grab your blanket, it's cold in here, and damages. And this is the song by Tim's, which is like, no more damages. Like, I'm done. I'm not going through that anymore. Yeah, that's it. That's all for me. I'm not just gonna allow that in my life. And so with that coming in, it's really this sense of, again, something needs to be addressed. The truth needs to come out, or else it's going to lead to dysfunction. It's going to lead to that chaos. It's kind of, what is that one scene from the movie with the girl that was dating Fester? And everybody loves to point out, like, if she would have just told them that she was like a killer or whatever, a homicide or whatever it is, how you felt, we would have accepted you. But with you doing all this other stuff, it's like, now we really fuck with you. You know? Patricia and her mom was over there, like, talking, listening to her story, like, oh, men, like, we get it. We get you. Like, girl, you ain't got to do this, but now we got to do something to you. You know? So it's like that energy with that, and being able to address that. And again, this Fear Street is giving me this really inquisitive. It's okay, Gina, baby. It's okay. This very inquisitive curiosity. This is almost giving me like the page energy, because pages, I always like to think of them kind of like college students, like they're ready to explore, they're ready to discover, or somebody that's like, I'm going to take a year off and travel, or I'm going to do this. It's kind of gives you that energy with Fear Street, because that's kind of what they had to do. They really had to. This is more like lineage, Adam's family, like tradition, legacy, things being passed down, information, truth, what is and isn't accepted, growth. Fear Street is more like this inquisitive information, finding out possibly what needs to change in your family, shifting your family, that's causing this chaos, that's causing damages, that's causing all this hurt, and things of that sort, and allowing that to be the navigation. You know, allowing that to be the focus. So with the grab your blanket, it's cold in here. Talking about the salamander coming up, it's a little warm, it's getting a little uncomfortable, having to adjust. They usually go into the cool. So again, it's this analyzation of those things that's currently happening in your life here for you that you really want to take a closer look at. You really, especially around this Libra Scorpio energy, this balance of justice, of harmony within relationships, that interpersonal power and how it can affect your life around you and shift for that transformation. Okay, we have Y, menacing family that ends in Y. And they have years for Fear Street, and these cards, I didn't do like Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, this and that. I just did Chucky. Every movie that motherfucker's in, that. So there's different Fear Streets. There's different time periods for it, like 1987 or 1997. So it's like, it's different periods in time. That's why I also said it's like something that's within your lineage throughout time that you are learning about in order to heal and in order to take care of. So with this why, again, it's this question, it's this inquisitiveness about it. It's this, why is this happening? Why are we allowing this? Like I said, it's Wednesday, speaking up at the last day play or whatever, when they were about to do just the Pilgrim's Thanksgiving thing. She was like, no, and they brought diseases and they did this. You know, it's like that. Why are we just allowing this to be a thing to happen? Why are we not shifting it? So there's going to be a lot of changes. Yeah, the first card that we have is, there's a leak in this old building and my soul has to move. So it's a lot going on, and that's by LaShawn Pace, excuse me. But there's a lot going on, movements with shifts, with change here. So you just have to be ready to live in that truth, speak that truth, be open, and divulge that with your family here. Whether you feel older than or younger, no matter what your place is when you're watching this, it is that truth. Ask those questions. Be inquisitive. Take that research. Do that knowledge. It's definitely necessary. Cards here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot definitely go on that discovery. You have oil stain. You know, oil stains are hard to get out, and or you can't get them out at all, depending on what material they're on. And then we have Stone Mountain by Saint Beauty. A lot to do with music. It's all black one, typically I'm black one, but the fact that they're all in that different age range, and this is also a group, like Stone Mountain Saint Beauty is a group. Hello together. Anyways, this oil stain energy. And it's coming right under this fear street. So again, it's being inquisitive. Like I said, sometimes oil stains can't come out depending on what material they're on. But with the Stone Mountain, it's like the song goes, I was blaming said wait, Stone Mountains. You know, you got something. Oh my God, the song is escaping me. Oh my gosh, it is really escaping me. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm hearing it in my head, but when it's time to come out, is doesn't want to come out, and I don't know what that is about because even the Damages song I couldn't really sing it. So something about definitely your voice. Listen to music, sing with the music. That helps. That is also how to strengthen your throat chakra. People feel like you always gotta approach somebody and be this. Sometimes it's getting comfortable with hearing your own voice, feeling your vocal cords vibrate, how it resonates with your body, how it shifts your environment. That is also how you strengthen your vocal cords, your throat chakra. Keep saying vocal cords, and if you also don't use your cords enough, they also get weak. They also can get damaged. You can straighten from using it too much in a certain way, or you can damage it from not using them at all because it's a muscle. And you have to strengthen this like a muscle. And singing is that muscle training. So definitely look into these songs, Damages by Tim's. There's a Leak in the Building by LaShawn Pace and Some Mountain by Saint Beauty or whatever is in your playlist. Because Spirit, the way it's like, it really needs you to go into this research, into this deep dive, into this change. It definitely has to start with you recognizing that you can also be that change. Sounds corny, but it is what it is. But corny is going to be your favorite because we got Pinterest. I'm hearing if you have Pinterest boards, go back and look at it. A lot to do with Pinterest and those things coming into fruition, those things coming into abundance. I'm seeing that one scene where they have all this stuff in the attic and they were going to donate it from the Adams family. Excuse me, I just jumped right in. And they have all these old things in there. So it's like a lot of antiques could be coming in, a lot of old information and truth. So this Pinterest is like leading into that. We also, I'm hearing some investors are coming in as well. It says, I care about you and want to show you. And then we have, I have more than enough money to save, spend, and give wisely. Like I said, they had a lot and they were giving as well to charity, to this, to that, paying what they need to pay, taking care of it. You know, they had a house that been in their family for years with Fear Street in this big book as well. So it's this information that is necessary. And with the I have enough money to save and spend, and this being your only blue card, which is typically that throat chakra as well, does that mean that you may be dealing with some financial issues? You're like, no, my money good, but it's the sense of some people just have money, just have money. It's like that, not using it, and you don't know how to spend it. You're like, no, I can't buy this, I can't buy what. I'm only spending it on bills, and so it's kind of that thing as well. People sometimes feel like just having money is the fix of money problems or trauma, and it necessarily isn't. It also comes with feeling like you can spend money, you can buy what you want, that you won't lose it, and all these things as well. And with that, I care about you, want to show you again with this investor. It's not just necessarily with money, but with love, time, and patience, especially with this being the pink card, and also with your own energy as well. And so I feel like this is also the family of like, I care about you and I want to show you, and you're going to allow people to show you. And like you've been hearing a lot, and allow people to show you because you're going to be more vocal now. Okay? But that has been your reading, my darlings. Okay? I love you, file number 1. Love yourselves more. Until next time. Alrighty, hello, pile number 2. This is for you, my darling love. Let's see what spooky, scary show, movie, or energy is coming out here for you, for your overall energy. Alright, what do you have for pile 2? I immediately heard destination and determination. So take that as that resonates with you. Spirit, only one card, please. If you may want to get 2, that's fine. Just start off with 1. I want to give you a lot. I'll shuffle you one more time. Come on. You see what I mean? They really want to give you a lot. And typically what I like to say when that happens, for me, it's like they've been trying to give you a lot of information. And so now that they can actually communicate with you, or you're willing to accept the communication, like you're ready to sit down and listen, or like they've been giving you information and now it's like clarification on it. Like it's just, you've been getting a lot of messages, energies and all those things. So definitely taking a look into that. Yeah, anything else? One final card if you would like, Spirit. One final card if you would like. I'm not play this game with y'all. A lot to do with nighttime, because you have 2 movies that have nights in it. No. Okay, so the first one that you have is Night Swim. If you don't know what this movie is, just to give a quick recap, it is about a former baseball player that injured himself, and so him and his family moved to this house. It has a pool in the backyard. It is from Minnesota. Home state. And it's essentially like the energy of the pool is a living thing. It is a living thing. And so it's like it's killing his son in order to heal the dad. And so essentially with all this energy of like this, the pool, the mom was a person that came before him where, before they got the house, where a little girl died to save the brother. And the mom was still alive when she was talking about it. That's how she was able, and then the water was able to still come and fuck with the mom. And so again, it's like this living energy. And that's why I also said you get a lot of information or a lot of energies with and around you. So nighttime can be very significant because you also have a second one, which you'll get to. You probably already know it if you know it. And it's like this energy, this something in regards to healing, to cleansing, to replenishing. And that's why I got determined destination, because he did want to play baseball. He was very determined for that. That was his destination. That was his goal. Sadly, he didn't get it. But even with the pool, when it was with the little boy, and I almost killed one little boy, and it was like, all right, fine. So it's just this energy of it's like trying to take something else to heal something else, and that's not necessarily needed. He did have to die in order to save his son, and then they just drained the pool and kept the pool drained. I think they actually covered it with cement. I don't remember, but it was also coming out through the water at some point too. But anyway, afterwards. But it's this energy of like sacrifice, a really big sacrifice that is not needed, but it's almost feeling like you feel like you have to take it. And with the father essentially like sacrifice himself for his son so that his son can live and be. And it's almost like this energy of like, this is not your sacrifice to make. And okay, it's not your sacrifice to make. It is not your sacrifice. You feel like you don't have to suffer for this blessing. And it doesn't even have to be an actual person, which is where that water energy comes in at, right? Where it's this cleansing energy, this replenishing energy. And sometimes the sacrifice is recognizing what you are willing to lose. What are you willing to let go of? And that can be a sacrifice in itself, but it doesn't have to be so detrimental that it feels like a death that is severed. And the second one that you have is Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I said, if you know, you probably know. You got Nightmare on Elm Street, which is typical Freddy Krueger. If you know Freddy Krueger, he goes inside of your dreams, can kill you in your dreams, and he kind of keeps you up. He starts in your dreams. Then once he's able to keep you up, he's able to make you essentially sleep, walk type energy. And so that's why I said it's a lot to do with night. So you could be up at night. You could be having really crazy vivid dreams at night. You could trying to go to sleep at night, but you can't, or you work at night, so you're trying to adjust to a new schedule. I'm hearing also something with time zones where it's like, okay, this used to be my night and now it's my day. So a lot to do with adjustments, a lot to do with change, a lot to do with shift, a lot to do with loss in a sense of a new ram. And this is letting me know that you are right at the end of something. Because when things start to feel a little bit like, how do I, that is hilarious. That has been charging. And the fact that I just talked about things will be ending, this is letting me know, and it just gave me the boop, boop, that I'm dying, and I just shut it off. That is letting me know, like I said, something is ending. Something is dying, because even in Nightmare on Elm Street, his whole goal is to essentially kill people. And so this is letting me know that you might be it's like that sad laugh where I'm trying not to laugh and I'm trying to say what needs to be, but it's almost like this killing energy within you. Um, you don't need to overwork yourself. You don't need to overthink these situations that are happening or you in habits. It's just like it's really keep you up to the point, like even when you're awake, like Nightmare on Elm Street, like I said, they can be awake and they die, and it's just like they're seeing him now, and he's able to see it, like, because even though you're awake, I still got you in your mind. So this is also, this is a mental emotional conflict that's currently happening that's really messing with you, and I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much peace. I'm sending you so much energy that is healing, that is open, that is restorative, that is calming, like an elixir, because this is something, like I said, it is nagging on your brain and it's nagging on your mental, that even as you sleep, you can't sleep, and even when you're awake, and it feels like it's something being dead in your life and or trying to kill you, because even when he was getting healed, he felt like he was going through some shit, because it was the energy of that thing trying to work with it to pull from that. And so it's really a sense of recognizing what energies you're working with, what energies you're around, taking a spiritual bath, taking a spiritual shower as well. You can do that. Um, and really starting to take something that also conjured mind. My brother told me something about cherry juice, like actual just straight cherry juice helps you to go to sleep. Things of that sort will just kind of calms you naturally in your body without you having to do too much. Chamomile works as well. Lavender works as well. Um, Warm flavors and scents, kind of like vanilla and caramel and things, also add in like a calming energy in your system. Um, with the soy. So it's just something where it's like they really are trying to give you a remedy, which is where the night swims coming in, but they don't want the remedy to come at the cost of you or your mental or your mindset, because this is just the end of something. You're going through a transformation right now, and it's um, quite hard to deal with and go through. Let's see. Spirit, what do you have? And that's also why they've been trying to give you a lot of information, because they're like, we don't need you where we don't need you stressed, we don't need you overthinking, we don't need you um, overplaying yourself or anything of that sort. So really taking in this mindset and that energy, you know, um, and allowing that to soothe you. That's, as soon as I pay attention, we got to set a bedtime. So maybe you do need to set a routine that gets your body at least in the habit, and then your mind can maybe catch up, because it's a lot weighing on you mentally and emotionally. Wow. Yeah, we got thunder coming in here, and thunder is that big noise, that big shock, and that, it's that sound, you come some thunder and lightning, it like, but it comes after the lightning, where you see the lightning and then boom, you hear the noise. and that's coming right under night swim. So this is letting me know that they've already started to illuminate a path for you. Like I said, illuminate something for you. And now they want your body to be aware of it. Like I said, I kept hearing like energies. So be aware of it as well, because it could be energies that you are creating, energies that you're pulling in. And that's also where that cleanse, that replenishing energy comes in, because it's like it's loud as thunder. Your body is saying it, your environment is saying it, your mind is, something is saying is so loud. So they're trying to clear out these other thoughts because it is loud. But it's almost like it's like fireworks at a festival. Some people pay attention to the festival, some people pay attention to the fireworks, but they're both very loud. Those are very loud things. Which one are you going to pay attention to? Which one is going to captivate your attention, that is needing to captivate your attention? Or what is just going to be background noise, background visual? And right now, the thunder, what they're trying to make you aware of is a background visual, background noise. And everything else is very loud. Okay? Because they also have star seed in here. And that's coming right under thunder. It's your own energy they want you to be aware of. And there are different types of star seeds. There's hella quiz and tests that you can take, but I also just recommend channel messaging as well. Works very well if you know how to scry. I'm seeing if you are good at doing pendulum. Just kind of asking questions, and that can also lead you there. And a lot of internal conversation is best, especially since you are a star seed, but there are different types. Because stars, there are different types. So they're again wanting you to recognize your power, your own energy, because right now it's like your problems or past traumas and triggers are coming up, or your environment is changing a little bit too quickly. You know, feel like you can keep up with something. Where again, it's like that analogy where it's like you got fireworks and you got the festival going on. Which one is holding your attention, and which one is background noise? All right, what's final messages do you have for Pile 2? Yeah. I already know this card is lightning because I spelled candle wax on my lightning card. And I was just talking about the vanilla candles and the scents and the calming energy, talking about the lightning and the thunder, how the lightning comes before it. Healing and karma. What did I say? And then again, lightning. Cannot make it up. And that's coming right under Nightmare on Elm Street. So again, that lightning illuminates beforehand. They are trying to tell you in your dreams or in your body not being able to sleep, or possibly in your nightmares, which I am going to be doing a reading for, so check that out. Possibly in your nightmares, or just something where it feels like a living nightmare. Things are too much. They are illuminating something and letting you know that you're paying way too close attention. You're overthinking it. You're way too close to the picture. I'm seeing a moment in my head where I went to a museum. You know how they usually have like sensors that alarms go off, or at least in the museum I went to in Minnesota. And I was like, oh my God, is this the picture from my art class? And I'm nearsighted as fuck. So I had to get close. And the alarm went off and it was like, hey, back up. Back up. And that's what I'm seeing. It's like, and that's also why I was itching my eye too. So again, something possible with your eyes, prescription, glasses, and focus, maybe getting some eye drops. Your eyes being strained from possibly looking at something for too long, also scrolling, TV on at night, things of that sort. So again, I say with this lightning coming in right in the Nightmare on Elm Street, it's like we are illuminating to letting you know that what you are afraid of is only coming after you because you're so close to this healing. You're so close to this karma. You're so close to it, and they're fucking with you. And it's not even has anything to do with you. It has to do with your goddamn parents. You know, it got to do with something else. And again, it's like I said, the dad sacrificed for the son. Nightmare on Elm Street, who's going after them because of their parents. When you look at that story. But if not, then you just, you know, you get it. You got it. It's good. And it's that energy, it's that karma. So recognizing what energy is yours, recognizing maybe I don't need to make the sacrifice. It's someone else that needs to do this. Maybe I'm taking on their energy. Maybe I'm taking on that. You should watch that reading too, whose energy or what energy is around me. But yeah, you're definitely going on some healing. Maybe the next time it rains, getting some rainwater, putting some of your crystals in there, putting that under your pillow, or getting like a little vial that you can put some of the rainwater in and carrying that around your neck, just to keep that cleansing energy. Yeah, final cards that you have, but a lot of yellow solar plexus energy coming in here for you. We have Stone Mountain by Saint Beauty. Oh my God. Lately I've been way too hard on myself. Blaming my problems on everyone else. Stone Mountain, Stone Mountain. That's so crazy because at number one, I literally cannot sing the lyrics, say it like any of that. So your throat chakra is quite right there. But yeah, definitely solar plexus. And that is the Stone Mountain is coming under the lightning, the healing karma Stone Mountain. So music can be significant. That can be a sign. Messages, check those old emails. I always have to say, let's check your mail. Clean out your mail, I'm hearing. And then we have incense coming in here, doing an incense reading. Sometimes I like to grab an incense when I have one and I just create art with it and just kind of allow the smoke to create a design. And with that being right under the thunder, the starseed, the incense, the heart of yourself, who you are, again, that destined determination is that energy of that as well. Yeah. Yeah, we got Love List right on top. I love this for you. So take that in, resonate with that if you do. And I love you, pile number 2. Love yourselves more. Until next time. Hello, pile number 3. Hope that you are doing well. Pile number 3, pile number 3, pile number 3. Hope that you are doing amazing and great. We are going to go ahead and dive into what overall energy is set up for you. Set up for you. So that way we can go ahead and get that started. What is your overall war energy? Spirit, what do you have for pile number 3? I'm immediately hearing hilariously, don't get your panties in a bunch. And I have this saying, or I call it a cooch snug. It's where like the underwear kind of gets like wrapped around your front part. I don't know why Spirit is telling me to tell you that, but it's like, again, it's like, don't get your underwear in a bunch. Don't allow it to get all twisted because then it gets all uncomfortable. So that could be a sign. How many cards is this? Okay, no, I can't take all that, Spirit. I'm sorry. 1 or 2 cards. I'm not taking all that. There's 1 or 2 cards for file 3. So that sums it up. You guys have paranormal activity, and this is including all of them. I wasn't going to write one, I wasn't going to do all that and essentially waste cards where other moves can go in its place. But yeah, paranormal activity. If you don't know it, just to get the prefix of paranormal activity, it starts off with the couple. They like start experiencing paranormal activity in their house, random things happening, and then they set up a recorder. And I think it only started happening after something in the attic, or it led them to the attic. But it's a lot of things happening where it's like this thing or this demon, and it like winds up possessing the girl. What was it, Makai and whatever? But it was set up like a documentary, like it was real. Like they recovered the files from evidence after they died. It was like set up like this, or as an actual documentary, and then it led to this, and then it set up to this, and then the last one like wraps it up. But all of them are pretty much like, we're documenting this. This is real life. These are actual people. This is actually happening to them, and things are happening. Chairs are flying. They're getting scratches. They're getting dragged. Sorry, I'm just. If this is happening to you, I'm so sorry, baby. Hope that you was able to get get them the fuck out. But I'm seeing her getting dragged out of the bed with her little foot just like, Micah, Micah, Micah. It's so hilarious because it's y'all see me how I was coming in with y'all. I was kind of giggling and laughing. I didn't get that from the other two. Not not saying nothing that giggly, but the fact that I'm just kind of laughing at this movie is hilariously crazy. Oh, and I'm now just seeing his body get. I don't know. Maybe you guys need to laugh if you like, or you're one of those people to laugh off things, or this energy, but even with activity, it's sticking out. Like you guys are possibly very active people. You like to be out and about, and out and about does not mean I'm not. I don't like to socialize and be around people too much. Like I didn't say all that. Some people really just go out and about because they're going to the museum by themselves. They're going on a solo trip. They're going to a book fair. They're going to the market by themselves, like the first one. It doesn't happen, but you could still be an active person. You don't have to go to events where you have to talk to people and be around people. It's just sometimes, and you wind up doing it anyway. I'm saying you wind up doing it anyway because you're so giggly and opening, and sometimes people just approach you without you wanting to be approached. So again, that also lies with that paranormal activity. It's like this you have this very approachable nature about you, and sometimes you don't like it, especially since I said you are a very outgoing, like active person. You like to be out and about exploring, whether that's out in nature in the park or this and that. Is like you have all this activity happening around you, and you can also actually have some paranormal activity happening. I hate when it does that. Paranormal activity happening here in your home. I'm hearing also in your car, and now I'm seeing that one scary story where it's like a dude is driving a car and he like sees something in the back seat, but it's not really in the back seat, but he's seeing it in his rearview mirror, and each time he like looks back, looks in the rearview mirror, it's like it's getting closer. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know why they think, again, if you're watching this, you're not like but that's what I'm seeing. And then afterwards, by the time that like they don't see it anymore, like it's right up against their neck. Anytime they're looking like this mirror, they're seeing it. I don't know. It was something weird. I kind of like in a Hunion way. I don't remember how it exactly went. Um, but again, just paranormal things happening in your life or going on that are very unexplainable, that you're not sure what to say or how it works. But it's like you're active person, or just people, like I said, just walking up to you, coming up to you, saying things, or just I don't. It's just like, and they don't say things like they're devising. They just say these weird things. I don't even know how to. It's just like okay, and it almost sounds like conspiracy theory, but it's almost like too crazily divinely set up that it's just like alrighty. But also, what they were also trying to give me was like Bird Box is the one that I seen on top. So again, this very out of world activity. I'm now seeing like aliens. Ooh, a nice little butterfly. That can also be a sign for you. But again, a lot of this activity going on because you are a very active person. And I'm hearing him be like, no, I just go to my metaphysical shop. And I'm not like, it's just something that you carry with you. It's almost like I'm seeing Melissa from Ghost Whisperers, which is funny. You probably got that in that thick ass stack that you got, where it's like ghosts just find you. Ghosts are attached to you in a sense where they go to you for help. It's like that type of energy. So you could have that mediumship type gift, that psychic channeling type gift. And even with my whole pendulum like coming off my arm, you can also be able to do that type of divination as well. So something where you like have this spiritual anchor. And it's like I'm seeing a person standing, but then there's like other people under it, but it's like your mom, your grandma, your aunt, your this, your that, like people in your lineage. And you have like a hook inside of you, but it's like the chain goes down and it ropes through your mom and it ropes through them and it ropes through that. And there's like an anchor right at the bottom, but you have all these people that you're essentially standing on top of. So this is letting me know that this is a gift that has been passed down and it's anchored in your blood. So it's something that you try to ignore, something that you try to give away, something that you try to suppress. But it just keeps popping up with this red activity, hearing those sounds, smelling those smells, or you can see energies and things around people. And it's like this something that is really anchored. It's a gift inside of you that causes this activity. People to just come up to you. I'm hearing close encounters type energy, like aliens type energy. Like I said, it's just this sense of like very not normal activity happening here for you. And it's like, that's why I was like, I don't know if you're laughing something off. And it feels like it's kind of not for all of you. For some of you, I feel like it's a little bit of fear with your gift. Like, and you don't know why those things always happen around you, no matter what it is. And it's again something that's anchored inside of you. Like Melissa, she was like, "No, I'm in bed with my husband. No, I'm in the kitchen. I'm with guests. You're gonna need to come back later. No, I'm at work." Like she had to set boundaries. But when you're afraid of something, you allow the fear to be the boundary that is set. And so now it's encroaching on you. It's encroaching on your space. It's encroaching on your energy. It's encroaching on your mind and on your home and your car and your workplace and all these things. And it's like, yeah, because fear is now setting the boundary and it has you trapped. It has you on lockdown. It has you suppressed. It has you getting there. And I'm seeing like the gates that they use for farms. I'm seeing those in specific, but it's you in there, and it's like this red bull energy, kind of like if you ever seen The Last Unicorn. A lot of getting paranormal activity. like we like out there energy. But if you ever seen this, kind of like it's keeping you in there. But that fear is really, it's like your gift trying to get inside of you. But all you see is the fear of actually using that gift. Of being like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to, nope, not me. Like it is, now it's creating this fear instead of creating a boundary of like, I only want to see things at this moment in time. I only want to set this up. I only need to hear this. It's recognizing like sometimes I would have like spirit, I'm not channeling right now. I have to like spirit not right now. Like yesterday they told me to do something and I said I said that's not for me to say, that's for y'all, because I heard somebody else's ancestor talking. And I said that's not for me to say, that's for y'all to say. Because if they not listening to you and you gotta consistently go through me to tell them something, no. They need a better relationship with you. I shouldn't have a better relationship with your ancestors than you do. You know what I mean? So I was just like, spirit. And I just kept on with the conversation. Because it's not for me to say. Some things are either like spirit and they literally like, you're right. They literally tell me, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. And they left because no, I'm not here for that. I didn't call for you and they didn't send for you to come to me. Yes, that you very well. So it's you have to set boundaries because what you're trapping yourself in is feels like darkness in a sense, or things are being confused. Or for some of you that aren't even afraid, some of you that are like, I don't want to do. No, that ain't for me. That ain't my path. It doesn't. Then nobody. You ain't gotta open the crystal ball. You can still be a doctor. You can still be a cook. You can still be an artist. You can still do those things and have those gifts. It just allow it to be used in the way that it needs to be used for you. My mom, yeah, my mom. But my great grandma could walk into a room and read somebody like everything, know everything that's going on, how everything is going on, how it all works, right? And that was passed down to me, but I just do it in a different way. Can I read somebody when I walk in the room? Sure. But now I can write my own cards, set up my own things, do readings to other people. Let them come to me. She was a preacher. I'm a reader. We're both doing the same thing where we're able to help people, heal people. She was able to do a whole lot of stuff. Like, she was one of those people really eat roast. Like, we gonna cook for them, we gonna set this up, we gonna let people live, we gonna do, shouts out to that woman, rest in paradise, my mom's, my baby. But it's the same thing. You don't have to do it in a way where it's doing this. You can be like, oh my God, I just seen something, and you draw on some art and you give it to somebody, like someone to give this to you. I don't know what it is, or set up a playlist or some music or a beat. I don't know. but it's something where it's like your gifts need to start being utilized because that's what's causing the paranormal activity. It's like you ever seen something start to like explode? You ever seen something start to like explode and it goes pew 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 and it's like little sparks flying everywhere and it's fucking with that, it's fucking with that. That's essentially what's happening. Is your power just popping off, and that's what's causing the weird activity, the weird conversations, the all this stuff is that is your energy because it's so much. And you also got star seed, and I always have to point out that star seed, there are different types of star seeds. So you definitely want to tap into which one you are because it goes deep. Thank you, Spirit. We have quick fix, and that's coming right under star seed. This is letting me know that it's this one as soon as, and I'm once I get to this part, I'm going to just crack y'all up probably too. As soon as you be like, you know what, I want to utilize my gift in a way that doesn't cause fear, that doesn't cause shame, that doesn't cause doubt, but it allows for growth, that allows for healing, that allows for truth, or whatever you need to say to affirm yourself. That's the quick fix. It's something like that, or lighting a candle, or willing to acknowledge it, being willing to approach it. That's the quick fix. Because again, it's this recognition of your power, you being a star seed. And once you do that, like what it says, I have strong, clear boundaries without being fake. That's right under all that star seed quick fix. I have strong, clear. Like I said, you need those boundaries. You need that set up because it is necessary, right? Because now they're speaking to you this, they're setting this up, and it's causing more. And they're just like, no, 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 I'm not doing that. I'm seeing the show Ghost where people don't know that ghosts are there. It just kind of looks very creepy and weird, but they're just fucking around. I love the show Ghost; it's hilarious. But it's just this energy where it's just like setting those boundaries. Got bent. Is So set those boundaries because we also have third party. Again, it's a lot of like possible energy trying to get in, and that's why it's set up here where it's like just set those boundaries. You don't need to be fake. You can still be yourself. You feel like you got to change and maneuver yourself or do all that and shift. That's when you're being fake. But with this third party, yeah, you're. It's hilarious. It's like you're almost never alone. And if you want that feeling, that energy of being alone, you have to acknowledge that you have that power that is drawing them to you in the first place. Yeah, I love and am in love with my partner. That is over here with this star seed, but also right next to quick fix. So this is letting me know that it could be kind of messing with your relationship in some ways. And you're wondering if you can like express that and then also bring up again that Melinda. I would think I was calling her Melissa. It's Melinda. It's either Melinda or Melissa, and I might be wrong. But I for Ghost Whisperer where her partner was like, "Is it a ghost? All right, that's fine." You know, it's like they were loving, they were accepting, and she was kind of afraid once he died, but didn't die because it went to another body. If you watch the show, you watch the show. Where she was still able to have that, but it's like this energy of like, will I be able to find that again? Will I be able to find that and also somebody that understands me, that accepts me, accepts me, that too, sure, but accepts me, and allows me to do my practices. Maybe you are really into spiritual practices, and because of that, you feel like that's isolating you because of what you do. So we have, I love and am in love with my partner, and I feel like that's them saying that as well. So you have a quite divine counterpart because you also have profound peace coming in here right next to quick fix, and I have strong clear boundaries without being fake. Like I said, you can still set that up, you can still do what is needed and utilize that gift without destroying your own peace, destroying your own mindset, being afraid, having to cast something out every 5 seconds, and it's just the energy that is around you because you are paranormal, you are a star seed, you are something that is in between at all times. And so they want you to be able to navigate that energy properly. Because we have, oh yes, I do declare. Oh my God, you guys got 2 cards. And then we got old friend. Oh yes, I do declare. And that's right under third party. Again, you have to state your claim and let that be known. And then right here with old friend, I have strong, clear boundaries and third party. So this is letting me know that you may have had some issues with old friends, making fun of your power. I'm hearing using your power. And for some of you, an old friend's going to be coming back because they're going to need help with your gift. Yeah. I'm hearing an old friend's going to come back. No, not come back. Thank you. They're going to pop up in a place where you start discovering your gifts. hmm And you're like, you're here? I'm like, you're here. But it's not like an old friend that you like separated from. It's somebody that's like you had for a very long time. You're like, I wasn't expecting you here. I wasn't expecting you here. And you guys discover something about each other and yourself. But with this, oh yes, I do declare they want you to start speaking those things profoundly. Because you are also the paranormal activity. Like I said, it like follows you. So embrace that. That is your raw energy, my darlings. Proud number 3. I love you. Love yourselves more. Until